edition of the PLEX. I'm excited to take you on this tour as we're literally in the process of our contractors and our partners working on this facility. Let's next step into Platt Arena to show you what that looks like. So here we are in Platt Arena as it's being transformed into the new version of itself. One of the features will be a flip 90 degrees, and so as the court used to run east and west, it will now run north and south. As you can see here in the video, we are showing you the new floor that's being installed. This is a high-grade, highly functional floor for our students and our student athletes. After a long time of the old Platt Arena floor, this is long overdue, and so we're excited about that. So here we are in one of the main hallways of the PLEX. This is actually the hallway where our varsity locker rooms are, that men's and women's basketball and volleyball have used over the years. To my left, or to the west here, is actually Platt Arena on the other side of this wall. Some of the work we're doing down this hallway includes some expanded storage spaces, and both of the varsity locker rooms will receive a major renovation and facelift. We're also adding locker rooms throughout the PLEX so that when we look at expansion of athletic programming and opportunities and host events, there's a lot more space to be able to do that. Here we are in what will become the Hall of Fame corridor. This is an exciting addition to the new PLEX, as we'll be able to honor Foresters young and old and from previous generations. Here, speaking of that, I hold a piece of the old Platt Arena floor, which will be available to folks either as alumni or donors or maybe for sale at some point. So we have preserved that floor. One secret that will be coming soon when the new PLEX is unveiled will be the preservation of a couple of the logos from the old floor, including center court and the new main lobby. And so this Hall of Fame corridor will be a great tie-in from the tradition, the history of Forester athletics to this new facility. And so this corridor will connect the new main lobby, some classrooms along the way, and then the field house. So we're excited to see what this will look like. So here we are walking through the Hall of Fame corridor. Again, there will be multiple classrooms, 4 in total, along the hallway corridor. But we're going to be approaching what will become the new main lobby. This is going to be one of the more exciting features that will allow our Foresters to be able to feel like when they come to an event or enter the PLEX that they're entering a true venue. Rather than a hallway, you'll see a grand main lobby that's 2 stories in height. You'll be able to see concessions, an awesome team or pro shop for all of your Forester athletic gear, a ticket booth. So this will feel like you're walking into an experience rather than maybe just a competition or a game. Okay, so I'm standing in what will become the new main lobby, and kind of like spokes off of a wheel, I'm going to orient you a little bit into what we'll be seeing here in just a few moments. So to the south will be the expanded lobby, so that will be a large area. As we go around, we'll have new athletic administration offices. We'll have significantly expanded restroom facilities for our patrons. We'll have a really substantially larger and great concession stand opportunity for those that come for events. And then we'll have a weight and cardio space that is about 4 times larger than the previous PLEX. And then finally, we'll have the new gym that allows for much more programming, including conferences, events, intramural space, competitions, and use by our students and student athletes. So here we are in the second level of the PLEX. Many of you may not have known that this was here because it was predominantly coaches' offices and kind of an off-the-beaten-path classroom. This will be a marquee space in the new PLEX. We'll walk you through, but some of the features of this space will be a conference room, some coaches' offices, a meeting and film room for our teams and for our students to use, a hospitality space for some of our groups to be able to watch the game in, and then some facilities that are just very functional, like locker rooms and restrooms for our officials and some of the folks that come and work our events and competitions here. So this is it. This is what I would say is the top tier cool factor of the new PLEX. Obviously, Platt Arena will be where a lot of the action happens, but this is our hospitality suite, ladies and gentlemen. This will allow folks to be able to watch games from a perched view. We have floor-to-ceiling windows here, as you can see. It will be a place where groups can come to be able to watch the game. It can be a meeting space. And so this will be a great space to be able to function throughout the day and obviously catch games here in Platt Arena. So here we are in the second level office space. One of the exciting components of this is it allows our coaches and our faculty from the exercise science department to have spaces within the building We have 11 offices on the second level, and we have 9 offices on the first level when that expansion is completed. And so that'll be a great functional space for our staff and our coaches and our employees when the new PLEX opens. Well, if you want to know how complicated this project is, take a look at this. These are the blueprints. I have this electronically to the tune of 191 pages. But I'm standing in the middle of an area that will be a space for assistant athletic coaches to use. They are on our campus a lot, and so this will be a space for them to be able to come and have a workstation. So if you're walking to drive by on Highway 24, you've probably seen some great external work going on. One feature would be the lights at King Stadium. So we're excited to be able to offer that to the sports teams that use this facility, including our men's and women's soccer teams and our men's and women's track teams. We also can have great student programming here and host some external events. So what an opportunity with the addition of lights. We've also seen a mainframe steel structure going up. Just with what's gone up, that is the new weight room and cardio space. So again, about 4 times what we had previously. That's what the steel structure represents that you see up on the screen currently. To the east of that will be the new arena and the addition of offices, restrooms, and the main lobby to the south of that. So here we are on the west side of the PLEX. For those of you that might need to orient yourself, the tennis courts are just beside that. This west addition will include a significant amount of storage space for our athletic equipment, for equipment that entails the PLEX building in general, for our general students on campus, for intramural equipment, you name it, we have storage space here. We also have thought about our external sports on the exterior of the building, including softball, tennis, soccer, track and field. We have restrooms that will be accessible from the outside rather than navigating through the inner portion of the PLEX. You can now access those from the outside, and so we'll see where some of those spaces have been roughed into this point of the project. So here we are on the inside of that west addition. This wall is what you all probably are used to seeing on this side of the building, but now this is inside. And so as I mentioned on the outside, this addition includes restrooms and storage. Here we are in one of the storage spaces for equipment and our teams to utilize. Thinking futuristically, one of the things that we did with a couple of the storage spaces is to design them in such a way that they could be converted to locker rooms in future years if we needed to, looking at future program growth and additions. And so this is one of those spaces that could be converted, and so we're excited about seeing what that could look like in future years. But restrooms and storage space is predominant use for this west addition. So we've reached the part of our tour to show you a space that is actually finished, being used and open to our campus and larger community. This is the field house. In this space we've had a floor-to-ceiling renovation. So below my feet is a brand new resurfaced Mondo floor, which has been great for all sorts of activities. It's a multi-function, multi-use surface. Of course, we painted and refreshed everything, new ceiling liner, new roofing products on the outside, so it's airtight, watertight. It has the ability to offer about anything to all of our athletic programs and our student groups in terms of activities. Yes, Olympiad is still held in here, so that's exciting for everybody to know. There is the option and the opportunity for up to 4 teams to use this space all at once. We have 2 suspended batting cages that can be utilized by golf, baseball, and softball. And then as you'll see here in just a second, we have a massive weight and cardio space that was laid out in the field house here. So this is located in the north end of our field house. This is one of what will become 2 weight and cardio spaces when the total PLEX is reopened in about a year. This space has cardio and weight equipment. We have a ton of new weight equipment for our student athletes and our students to utilize. Our cardio equipment really is second to none. We are home to 2 boost treadmills, which are top of the line, first class treadmills. It actually allows our athletes and others to run if they have some injuries, and it also helps with injury prevention. There's an opportunity for you to actually run almost weightless if you have shin splints or other issues, and so really remarkable piece of technology for our folks to have access to. You'll also see a huge protective netting that separates our weight and cardio space from the rest of the field house. Seems like a minor issue, but allows our folks to be able to use this space in a safe way while still allowing the rest of the field house to be used for practices, activities, intramurals, or whatever else may be hosted in the field house.